Hi everyone, my name is David Corsi. I'm with California Philippines Bearcats, and in the next two videos I want to explain to you why I am going to the Philippines to teach young men and women the game of basketball and what my career has been in basketball, so you can get to know me a little bit more. I hope you enjoy this, and thanks for watching. So, first thing I want to do is explain to you why I started this channel. The main reason is that I want to take my talents from basketball, which I participated in most of my life, and I want to teach the youth and young men and women in the Philippines what I know about the game, so they can get better. I really feel I have a vision. I feel very passionate about the Philippines people, and I was just trying to figure out how I can help, especially in the times we live in now. And this is it. This is what I know better than anything in life, is basketball. I've been a coach, I've been a player at very high level. So I wanted to share that with the Philippines. So that's my goal. As soon as we come out of this, we're gonna move full time to Davao Oriental and start and see where God leads. So let me tell you a little bit about my background growing up, my career. I grew up in LA, actually born in Hollywood, California, born to a middle class family. My dad worked for the government his whole life and in taxes, and grew up there. Discovered basketball at age 12. Grew up in the Pasadena, Arcadia area. Age 12, I discovered basketball, and I fell in love with it. I was very, looked more like a linebacker or football player in high school. Football coach would beg me to play every year, and I never played. I was just in love with basketball. That's all I did, and I got extremely passionate about it, to the point that I went to a small private Christian high school called Maranatha High School in Pasadena, Arcadia. It's actually in Arcadia when I went there, and by the time I was a senior, I had all these awards, and all San Gabriel Valley, MVP of the league, on and on and on. And but it was a small school. My graduating class only 61, so big fish in a little pond. So I did get one scholarship offer from Biola University, and I took it. So I wanted to go to Biola. I went to their camps every summer. That was really my dream, was go to UCLA, which was my dream. Play for John Wooden, and the next best bet was Biola University, because I loved Howard Lyons, the coach there. The other coach, Dave Holmquist, didn't like me much. I don't know why, but never did. So I went there, first year I redshirted, and I practiced with the team all year, but did not lose my eligibility. I could tell Dave Holmquist, the other coach, really didn't like my style of play, and I knew I was never going to get a chance. So I called every school in our league, and of course, because I didn't play the year before, none of the coaches knew me. And so only one coach said yes. Coach Bill Reynolds of Vanguard University. Back then it was called Southern California College. He took a chance on me. I had 3 years eligibility as a sophomore, and first year I was 6-man. Second year started off and on. Most of the year started, and then third year I was starter and captain. All that. Had a great career. We won 20+ games every year. Led the team in scoring my senior year, and voted Defensive Player of the Year, all these different things, and Player of the Week 2 or 3 times my senior year for GSAC, the league, and really had a really nice career. From there, I'll get into my professional careers after I get through basketball. From there, I got into my professional career, but I had a lot of calls to go play professionally overseas, not making any money. It was just more of a fun three-week month tours representing the United States, playing in different countries: Hong Kong, China, Guatemala, Mexico, Belize. I'm sure I left out a few countries, but those are the ones that come to mind now. But a bunch of countries, and just really had a blast. Played against all these professional players from other countries. Did really well. Really enjoyed it. But because I was already in my career, I wasn't able to take off 7 months and play professionally. So anyways, I had a great time doing that. But I always wanted to coach. When I got out of college, my degree was to be a teacher and a coach. And my first job, the AD said he could get me a job at his high school. Get you a job, and I'm like, well, how much does it pay? It pays $14,000. I'm like, what? That's it? Yep. I was working in a shoe store / apparel, high-end athletic apparel, ski equipment, bikinis, workout apparel. I was making more than that working 30 hours a week. So I said, oh, I gotta flip, I gotta switch. So fast forward, before I talk about my career, I always wanted to coach. I really missed it. Didn't really miss the teaching in the classroom, but I missed the coaching. And my kids, they got married, had kids. You know, my son loves basketball, you know, but coaching him on a YMCA team or NJB really isn't coaching. I always wanted to coach. So my son was about 9. My kids were going to Santa Fe Christian High School, and the athletic director there had a little club with a basketball club with 1 or 2 teams. And he'd been doing it for a year. And he was getting tired of it. And he said, why don't you bring your whole team over from where we were, which the parents agreed to. And then so I did that. We did 1 or 2 seasons. It was called, back then it was called Solana Beach Cats. And then after about the 2nd season, he said, Dave, I don't want the club anymore. You can have the logos, you can have the club. just you know, compensate me a little bit. And I said, okay. And I'm like, wow, okay, Lord, this is my chance to coach, build a program. So we started. And, you know, nothing's instant success in life. Things take time. We went to one from a couple teams to 4, then a year, then to 8, next year, then to 12, next year, then to 18. We just kept going, we kept building. Well, 17 years later, it is the longest running club in San Diego ever, and one of the most successful and respected clubs in all of California, if not the country. And about 10 years in, and we just started out with youth. We were doing just up to 6th grade at the start, and we did up to 8th grade. Then we entered high school. We felt the Cats, Solana Beach Cats. Number 1, it was too regional, and number 2, Cats seemed very tough. So through much work with people, surveys, talking to people, getting feedback, we changed the name to California Bearcats. And that's been about 7 years now, and we started high school. And the cool thing about high school is that when we started, we were not good. First year, second year. We kept growing it, and I had a great guy that God brought to me called Brian Branstead that really took the high school program and ran with it. This guy had no coaching experience, never played at the college level, but he's probably one of the top, if not the best coach that we've ever had. And he just took it. And I did a nationwide search for a high school coach because I felt we needed somebody with some moxie, some pedigree, some history. Well, God had different things in mind. So thank you, Brian. Love this guy. It's like family. So anyways, so for 17 years, about 15 years, I would say, I worked full-time. Every weekend I was in the gym, probably 4 to 8 hours a day, Saturday, Sunday. Go to church on Sunday, head to the gym. Tournaments, leagues, everything. We had local teams, travel teams, everything. Today that club is 35 teams strong, and we did women for a while, and then we decided focus on the men, and now we're going back to women. So that thing will probably be 40, 50 teams in a year. So of course right now they're not playing, they're just doing some training, small training groups, and that's it. Going up another hill, so I might run out of breath here. So after about 15 years and traveling the world for business, really wearing me down, really getting burnt out, and Brenda Corsi, my ex-wife, over the years had really taken the reins and really began to enjoy the coaches, enjoy the parents, and enjoy the process. So when we got divorced, I gave her the business. You know, not really gave her, but gave her the income. I never took a dime of income. The only money we ever took was for expenses. And that was it. And then we 10 years in a row early on, we took our 8th grade 1 team to Maui to playing a tournament here. And the club paid those expenses for my family. But that was it. Never did it to make money. Never interested. Non-profit organization. Want to help kids. Want to impact their lives. And our whole goal when that started was to impact one life. Just one. I'll explain that to you.